Okay, class. So today I'm going to kind of show you guys how to use an app called GeoGebra. And we're going to be using this app because the past couple of hours you guys have been learning about interior angles of quadrilaterals and triangles, and the fact that interior angles of triangles add up to be 180 degrees and the interior angles of quadrilaterals add up to be 360 degrees. So we're going to kind of apply what you have learned into this app. So I'm going to go through the app and show you guys how to use it, and along the way show you what I expect of you guys. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is I want you guys to open up your iPads and open up to the app that's called GeoGebra. Okay, once you open it up, it's going to come to a screen that looks like this. Now, we want to find a screen that has a protractor on it. So first thing I want you guys to do is I want you to click on the little search button right there. And it's going to come to this. So next thing I want you to do is I want you to click on the right hand corner where it has the search bar and type in measure. Okay, it's going to come to these options, and the one that I want you to choose the one that already has the pre-made angle with the protractor in it. So you're going to click on it and then click on the compose button. Okay, once you have it, it's going to open up to this screen right here, and you're going to have your angle. So what I expect out of you guys by the end of this lesson today is I want you guys to create 2 triangles and 2 quadrilaterals and measure all of the angles and then add up the angles to see what your interior angles of your triangles add up to be. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through how to do an example problem, kind of what I'm going to be expecting of you guys, and along the way show you how the app works. So first thing I want you to do is I want you to manipulate your angle, the one that's given, to however you want. Okay, next thing you want to do is we want to create our triangle or quadrilateral. For this example, I'm going to show you guys how to do a triangle. So we're going to create our triangle. We want to click on this button down here and use the one that has the 2 connecting so that we connect our 2. So click on both ends and it should connect the 2 ends of our angle to create our triangle. Okay, and just a tip for you guys, anytime that you press on one of these buttons down here, always go back to the little finger because you can mess up your triangle if you don't click on the finger. Okay, so now we're going to label our triangle. And so we're going to click on this little pen button down here. Alright, and we're going to name this triangle ABC. So that's A, B, and C. Alright, so now the next thing we want to do is we want to find the interior angles of this triangle. So first we're going to find the interior angle of BAC. So let's first of all label all of the angles that we want to find. So we want to find angle BAC, angle ABC, so BAC is this angle right here, ABC is this angle right here, so, and then our last angle is C, so it's ACB. Okay, so we've labeled our triangle, and now the next thing we want to do is we want to actually find the measures of the interior angles. So remember, I'm going to go back to my little hand, and then I have my protractor. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to line it up as a protractor. Remember to line it up, and then the line goes through the 0. So try to be as accurate as you can with it on the edge. Okay, that seems to be pretty accurate. And remember, if you look at the angle, you can pretty much tell if it's acute or obtuse. This angle seems to be acute, so I'm going to look at the smaller numbers on the protractor. So if we look at the numbers on the protractor, this number seems to be 48. So it looks like the angle of our angle BAC is 48 degrees. So I'm going to go back to my pen, and I'm going to type 48 degrees. Okay, so now I know that we have one angle of our triangle, and that's 48 degrees. So now I'm going to try and find angle ABC. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. This one is a little more, I'm going to do it, yeah. So I'm going to line it up this way. Okay, and I know this one is upside down, but when you guys actually have the iPad, you can flip the iPad around. You can find it. Okay, so this one is also acute. So I'm going to look at the smaller numbers again. And so this one seems to be about 66 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to take my pen and type right here, or write right here, 66 degrees. Okay, so now I have two angles of my triangle. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my third. So that would be angle ACB. So if you really want to, you have your two angles so you could find the third. But what I want you to do is I want you to actually measure it, because then you can see if your measuring was accurate or not. So I'm going to take the angle. And again, this one is acute, so we're going to be looking at the smaller numbers. Okay, so this one also seems to be 66 degrees. Okay, so now we have our three angles. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add up all three of the angles. Okay, so adding up all the angles, 48 plus 66 does equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to use my pen and I'm going to type up, I'm going to write 180 degrees. Okay, so it shows I measured my first angle, BAC, my second angle, ABC, and my third angle, ACB. And then it shows that I had all of them, and then I measured it up to be exactly 180 degrees. So the next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to screenshot, and you know how to do that. You press the home button and the lock button. You press them at the same time. And then I want you to save it onto our G drive in Miss Dorgan's folder under your name. I have a folder specifically set for each one of your names, and so I want you to save it in your name. And remember, I want you guys to do 2 quadrilaterals and 2 triangles. So I'm going to be walking around making sure that you guys are doing it correctly. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.